Hello and welcome everyone to Infinity Learn by Sri Chaitanya. I am Ravindram, your physics faculty, and today I am going to discuss the question paper of 26 January 2023 AITS physics portion. Okay, so let's quickly begin with it. So here we are going to match list 1 with list 2. Now students, I have been saying this in my classroom many times that the questions are definitely coming from the dimensional formula of epsilon naught, that is permittivity, or mu naught, that is permeability. So it is better either you remember either one of them, right? For example, what I suggest is you remember the dimensional formula of, okay, which is m1 l1 t2 a minus 2. Just remember this thing, okay, m1 l1 t2 a minus 2. Now from here, what is epsilon naught? You can say, sir, C is 1 by root over epsilon naught mu naught. So what is epsilon naught? It is 1 by what? C square into mu naught. C is what? Speed. So from here you can get the value of epsilon naught. So if you remember this, then things becomes quite easy. Now let's talk about this question particularly. If you remember just this formula, m1 l1 t2 a minus 2. Okay, so you will say permeability is C is 4. Now if you see all the options, D is 1 in all the 4 options, that means D is 1. So this is electric field, done. Okay, now let's talk about the A option, capacitance. A is 3, 4 and 4. See, 4 is already taken, so 4 is not possible. Right? That means A is 3 only. So A is 3. So B automatically becomes 2. So answer will be 3, 2, 4, 1. Okay? 3, 2, 4, 1. 3, 2, 4, 1. Can you see? Just by remembering one data, it becomes so easy to solve this question. Otherwise, it will be a hell of a question for you because we need to derive the capacitance. So let me tell you something, okay. See, derivation is simply capacitance you can derive. You can say Q is equals to CV. Then obviously what is charge? It is current per unit time. What is potential difference? It is electric field into length, right? So electric field's dimensional formula is already given. 1, can you see? D is 1, D is 1, D is 1. Okay, so you can use electric fields dimensional formula here. Okay, length dimensional formula we know, current we know, time we know, we can find out capacitance. Okay, then we can solve it. So we have to do it like this. Then again for epsilon naught you have to use the formula k q1 q2 by r square, right? So instead of doing this nonsense, I really suggest you remember few things. Epsilon naught, mu naught, any one of them, or capacitance, C, inductance, remember this also, okay, remember resistances, okay, and remember magnetic field or electric field, any one of them. Why? Because electric field is equals to B into V, speed, right? So if you remember B, you can find out E, or if you remember E, you can find out B. Right, and L and C also we know that, and see time constant, do you remember? Time constant is RC or time constant is L by R. So if you remember for resistance, then using this concept you can find out for capacitance and inductance both. So I would suggest you remember at least 3, okay. At least 3 you must remember, and those 3 are number 1, you should remember for mu naught, this is simple, okay. Number 2, you should remember for magnetic field, this is simple. Number 3, you should remember for resistance, this is simple. Just remember these 3. Now remaining, what is epsilon naught? Epsilon naught will be what? 1 by C square mu naught, right? Fifth is, if they want to find out for magnetic field, you will say, sorry, electric field will be what? B into speed. So from here electric field will be known. Sixth is, if you want to find out capacitor, time constant tau is RC, or time constant tau is also is equals to L by R. So using these concepts you can find out for C and L also. So just remember these three, okay. Similarly here in this question, M1, L1, T minus 2, T2, A minus 2, right. So T minus 2, A minus 2, right. So we will say permeability is 4, okay. So C is 4. This you should remember, that's all, right. So remember these three and use these formulae to get the values of epsilon naught, electric fields, capacitances and inductances, dimensional formula. I hope this is clear, right. This was a very useful question and this paper is very useful, right. A lot of conceptual questions are there in this paper. It is not like other papers, so it's literally very good. Suppose an object falls from here up, comes down to a distance h. So what is h? Half g t square. So how much distance will it fall in t by 3 time? It will be half g into t by 3 whole square. So it will be h by 9. So how far it is from the ground? It will be h minus h by 9, which will be 8h by 9. Got it? Clear? So first option is correct. Now second is, oh god, this is literally, I will say this is a very lengthy question, okay, because you have to check a very close data. So let me tell you, for this you will say, sir, if it is moving on a simple unbanked road, so V must be less than equal to root mu g r, right. Put the value of mu g r, put g as 9.8 and check what it is coming, and 7 km per hour, please convert it into meter per second, right, by multiplying with 5 by 18, okay. So this you have to convert 7 into 5 by 18 meter per second, okay. So this is how you will do it. So you will get 7 5 is 35, 35 by 18 is 1.94 approximately, right, something like 1.94 meter per second, and this value comes out to be approximately 1.97 or 98 something, right. So we will say yes, V comes out to be less than root mu g r, so hence he will not slip, okay, the cyclist will not slip and pass the curve, okay. So this is a correct statement. So I'll just quickly tell you, this value comes out to be 1.98 something, right, and this value is given 1.94. So 1.94 is less than 1.98, that means yes, it will not slip because we need V to be less than root mu g r. Achha, for banking, if banking is already there, so what is the maximum possible speed? It will be root over mu g, okay, sorry, root over gr into mu plus tan theta upon 1 minus mu tan theta, okay. So put the values, okay, in this question also same thing, put the values and get your answer. So they have given us speed is 18.5 km per hour, again convert it into meter per second and get this value and check, you will find out this also comes out to be true, okay. This also comes out with the value of 1045 as 1, put it here and solve it, you will find out that this also comes out to be true, that this V is less than V max, okay. The V, that is 18.5 km per hour, comes out to be less than V max without slipping in the light of, okay. So this is also gonna pass without slipping, since there is not enough space, so I am not solving it, and this paper will become very lengthy if I start solving because all the questions are very much conceptual, okay. So this paper I need your cooperation. So we will say both statements 1 and 2 are true, okay. Statement 1 is true and 2 is also true, both are true. After the application of the formula you will find out both are true, okay. A person of 80 kg mass is standing on the rim of a circular platform of mass, okay. So this is a circular platform, okay, and it is rotating with omega, and this is a man standing here, right, whose mass is 80 kg, and this is a disc, and the mass of the disc is 200 kg. ठीक है. So अभी ओमेगा 1 से रोटेट कर रहा है. जब मैन विल वॉक टू द सेंटर, ऑब्वियसली मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया विल चेंज and its omega will change as angular momentum will be conserved. Okay, so we will say it like this. What is I1? I1 will be mr square by 2 plus small mr square. What is I2? It will be capital mr square by 2 only. Clear? So we will say I1 omega 1 is equals to I2 omega 2. Put the values, you will get your answer. Omega 1 is 5 rpm. Okay, put it, and the answer comes out to be 9 rpm. Okay, so I1 is how much? You will write it like this: mr square by 2 plus small mr square into 5 is equals to capital mr square by 2 into omega 2. Now r square will get cancelled, right? So it will be what? Very simple, na? It is 200 by 2 is 100 plus 80 is 180 into 5 is equals to 100 into omega 2. Cancelled. 2 5s are 2 9s are. So omega 2 comes out to be 9 rpm. Clear? Everyone? Okay, so this is simple. This is how you will solve it. Now see, I have been telling you that angular momentum conservation principles, especially these kind of problems, are really very important, and they are asked a lot in examination. Okay, so be prepared with these kind of questions. Now this is a very common question which I at least always make my students do in class, and they have asked in this grand test. So this is a moderate grand test, so I will call it, this is not a very easy paper for physics. So if you are conceptually thorough, you will be able to answer every question. Otherwise, in the examination pressure, you might skip few questions, you might not be able to do some few questions correctly. Okay, so what they are saying, that this is mass m, this is mass 2m. So obviously they will be rotating about their center of mass. So automatically this distance becomes 2d by 3. Okay, and this distance becomes d by 3. I hope I do not need to tell you the formula for this. You know, r1 will be what? m2 upon m1 plus m2 into overall distance, right? So here if I say this is m1, this is m2, this is m1, this is m2, then r1 will be what? R1 will be what? 2m upon 3m into d. That is why I said it is 2d by 3. Automatically this will become d by 3. Clear? So this thing I hope you understand this. Okay, old habit of rubbing the offline board crept in. Anyways, so this is step number 1. Now since they are rotating about the center of mass, so let's talk about any single particle. Let's talk about 2m. So obviously there will be a force of attraction G into m into 2m by whole distance d square by this point mass, and this force is providing the necessary centripetal acceleration. So it is 2m into necessary centripetal acceleration is omega square into radius is d by 3. You understood? Okay, let me explain you how they are rotating. See, so it is following this circle and it is rotating about this circle, such that when this is here, it is here. When this is here, oh sorry. So when this is here, it is here. So when this is here, it is here, like this. You understand? So the smaller one is rotating in a bigger radius and the bigger one is rotating in the smaller radius. So that is why I am saying the radius for the bigger one will be what? D by 3. For the smaller one it will be what? 2D by 3. Clear? Now this 2m and 2m gets cancelled, right? So from here we can say that omega square is 3gm by d cube, right? Omega square is 3gm by d cube. So what they want is the period of revolution. See, so omega will be root over 3gm by d cube and time period is 2 pi by omega. So it is 2 pi root over d cube by 3gm. 2 pi root over d cube by 3gm. 2 pi root over d cube by 3gm. Second option is correct. Did you understand? So the thing is, two things you need to understand in this question. Number one is that who is providing the necessary centripetal acceleration? That is the gravitational force of attraction between these two point masses. Second, what is the radius for each of them? So you can apply this concept for this point mass also. You would have said the force is this only. The radius would have been 2d by 3. So it would have been m omega square 2d by 3. M omega square 2d by 3. Again you would have got the same answer for omega, and remember time period is always 2 pi by omega, and get the answer of time period from there. Okay, eventually these are already wrong because dimensionally they are incorrect. Anyways, so let's not go into that. We have already got our answer, so no need to go into any other method here. Okay, so shall we move ahead? So now this is a wonderful question. This paper is full of some very conceptual questions. So they are saying that there is a cork who needs to be fitted in an opening of the bottle. The opening of dimensions of the opening of the bottle are A cross B. A is what? This length. What is they given? Radius is A and the cork length is B, right? So they are saying that the cork that they want to fit in is having a height B and having a radius A plus delta I. So slightly greater radius it is having. So its volume will be slightly greater. So obviously the bottle will have to compress it. So obviously there will be a strong force of compression by the bottle on the cork in order for the cork to fit in. And now since there is a very strong force of compression between the bottle opening and the cork, so there will be a strong normal contact force between the bottle opening and the cork, and because of that strong normal contact force the friction will become very strong, and hence it becomes very difficult to pull that cork out of the opening of the bottle, right? So what we technically need to do is we need to find out friction. So for friction we need to find out the normal force. How we will find it out? Normal is very simple. You will say, sir, it is stress into area. Okay, now we need to calculate what is stress. Okay, so let me tell you. Area we know. What is this area? Overall area, what is this area? This area is 2 pi A into B. So it is 2 pi A into B, right? Area into stress. We need to work upon this thing, stress now. Now stress can be also written here as what? Stress will be what? Bulk modulus into delta V by V, right? So you will say mu into 2 pi AB, okay, into bulk modulus into delta V by V, that is volumetric strain. Oh god, now the question becomes very simple. We just have to figure out the volumetric strain in this cork. If we know that, our question is simply solved, nothing else. So if you see the options, we are somewhere very close now, we are getting very close, right? So it is 2 pi mu A capital B into small b. So pi mu capital B into small b, this we have got, right? And 2 also we have got. A is missing here. A is missing. Okay. So okay, let's solve it now. So we just have to find out delta V by V. Can we do it now? Now you think, what is the volume here? Overall volume. Volume is pi a square into b. So can I say that delta v by v is nothing but 2 times delta a by, because see, pi and b are constant, they are not going to change. So I guess we got our answer from there itself. So f will be what? Mu into 2 pi a b into capital B into 2 times delta a by a. So a and a got cancelled. So it will become 4 pi b capital B mu into delta a. 4 pi b capital B. Okay, fourth option is correct. Can you see? Isn't it a wonderful question? See, there will be a normal reaction force like this now from the side walls. I am talking about this normal force, right? So this normal will be what? The stress generated into area. Come on guys, tell me, is it clearly understood now? It's very simple, very nice question, right? So when to soap bubbles, oh god, this is very common here, very common. Please remember, the common radius is 1 by a minus 1 by b. Okay, so it will be b minus a upon ab is 1 by r. So r is ab upon b minus a. Please remember this formula directly. Otherwise, if you want to derive it also, there is a method. You can say this is a bubble, this is a small bubble, this is like this. So you will say here the pressure is P naught, here the pressure is P naught. So the moment you, so its radius is A and its radius is B. We don't know this surface whether it is concave or convex. So let us assume that this is like this only right now. Okay. So when you reach here, so pressure becomes P naught plus 4 T by A. Again another concave surface, so plus 4 T by R, its radius is R. Now you are going out, so minus 4 T by B is equals to again P naught, right? So because when you enter into a spherical surface, concave surface, when you go inside a concave surface like this, so pressure increases. So P naught, you go inside plus 4 T by A. Again one more concave surface you cross plus 4 T by R. Now you are crossing this concave surface outside, you are going out now. You are not entering the concave surface, you are going out of the surface. So pressure reduces, right? So P naught gets cancelled, 4T gets cancelled. So 1 by R becomes equal to 1 by B minus 1 by A, or 1 by A minus 1 by B, whatever it is, okay? So it's mod. Clear? So either you can go with this approach. Now this is a very, very simple question. So let's draw the proper diagram in this question. We will say, see, this is 70 degrees, this is 20 and this is 0. Length are same, area are same. So you will say delta Q by delta T will be same, right? Because they are in series. So it will be AK by L. So A into K1 by L into what is the temperature difference? 30. Must be equal to A into K2 by L. What is the temperature difference? 50, 70 minus 20. Then A into K3 by L into 20. What is the temperature difference? 20 minus 0. So from here, can you see that? 3K1 is equals to 5K2 is equals to 2K3. Okay. So K1 is to K3. K1 is to K3 is 2 is to 3. K2 is to K3 is 2 is to 5. Okay. First option matches. Got it? Ideal gas molecules with 5 degrees of freedom, the ratio of, oh god, what is gamma? 1 plus 2 by F. 1 plus 2 by 5, it is 7 by 5. Remember this formula, this is important. Fourth option is correct, okay? Oh god, this is a good one. See, for rotational or angular SHM, the concept is angular acceleration alpha must be equal to minus omega square into theta. If you somehow get this equation, then there is no problem. But how do we get this equation? We find out tau. Tau must be minus k into theta, something like that. Then tau will be I alpha. Okay. Somehow we get alpha is minus k by I into theta. Okay. So this is what we have to do in this question overall. So this is a very famous question. I really like this question. So if you now displace this rod a little bit. So let me show you here. Suppose I displace this rod a little bit like this. So what is the compression here? What is this x? X is equals to L by 2 into theta, r theta, right? Yes or no? So this spring will be compressed, this spring will be compressed. So both springs will apply a force known as Kx, and this force will produce a torque, right? So these are couple forces. So what is the torque? Couple forces between the multiplied by the perpendicular distance L. So tau will be Kx into L. Did you understand? So tau will be K into L by 2 into theta into L. So what will be tau? Tau will be K L square by 2 times theta. Now try to understand. Theta is this angle, right? So we have displaced here and the torque is acting opposite. So technically I should write it like this. It is K L square by 2 minus theta, right? Now this must be equal to I alpha. Now I about this is what? ML square by 12. So you will say ML square by 12 is equals to KL square by 2 into minus theta into alpha, right? So L square 1 za 6 za. So what is alpha coming out? It is 6k by m times minus theta. Got it? So that is omega square. What do we need in this question? The frequency. Okay. So omega square is 6k by m. Omega is 6k by m under root. Frequency will be 1 by 2 pi root over 6k by m. Okay. So answer is what? 1 by 2 pi root over 6k by m. Third option is correct. I hope you understood this. Please see the screen if you have any doubt. So why this? The force will be Kx, and what is x? X is r theta. This distance is r theta. R is what? L by 2 into theta will give you this distance. Okay. Okay. There is a tuning fork already at 288 and 4 beats are heard. So either 292 or 284. Now they are saying after waxing one of them, okay, a little wax is placed on the unknown fork. Acha, this is unknown, right? So if you wax it, obviously its frequency will come down. So beat frequency, see if this is the correct answer, and after waxing it will come down. So beat frequency will be less than 4. And if this is the correct answer, right, if this is the correct answer and on waxing it will come down, so this time the beat frequency will be greater than 4. So what they have given? It becomes 2. That means it reduces. So obviously this is not possible, this is possible. So 292 will be the right answer. Okay, because on waxing the beat frequency is reducing in this case and it is increasing in this case. In the question they have said it becomes 2, that means it is decreasing. So obviously this option is correct. Okay. Now this is a very famous question. See, time period, so formula for time period of our pendulum is 2 pi root over L by G effective. And what is G effective? G effective is net force, net external force upon mass, or we can also say tension upon mass. Okay, tension upon mass in mean position. Okay, so whatever is the mean position, in that case tension upon mass is G effective, right? So what will happen? It will go like this. So there will be two forces, one is QE, another one is mg, okay, and another one is tension T. So tension T will be the resultant of these two, right? So you will say tension T is nothing but under root of mg whole square plus QE whole square. This will be tension T, okay, right? Let's say this is T naught, time period is T naught, okay. So what will be the time period now? So you will say, so time period T naught will become 2 pi root over L by G effective. So G effective is what? Under root of mg whole square plus QE whole square upon m. Got it? So if you solve it, so it will become fourth option. Clear? So just find out the value of G effective and your answer will be absolutely clear. I hope it is done. Okay. It is better if I write down the value of G effective, right? Okay, I'll write down the value of G effective. So G effective will be T by M. So it will be G square plus QE by M whole square under root. Okay, divide this by mass, you will get this, put it here, you will get the answer. Clear? Now this is obviously potential of a uniform charged spherical shell, because we know that in a charged spherical shell potential is constant everywhere. So when R is less than equal to capital R, potential is KQ by capital R, and when R is greater than capital R, potential is equals to KQ by small r. Okay, so it is constant all over inside till the surface, and after that it decreases. So obviously B option is correct. Now this is a good one. The ratio of the current in both the conductors is, so what is the formula of the current? So I guess I need some extra space here, yeah, it's not possible. So what they have given in the question is, this is a current carrying wire I and I, and this is a point, so obviously this is x comma y, right? So this angle is theta 1, this angle is theta 2, right? What is the formula for a straight current carrying conductor? If it is I, this is the point, theta 1, theta 2, right? What is the formula? You will say magnetic field is mu naught I by 4 pi d into sine theta 1 plus sine theta 2. What do you say? Hai na? This is absolutely correct. This is the formula that we will use. Now there are two elements like this. Okay, two elements like this, 1 and 2. Cool. Are you getting the gist? Right? Are you understanding this? Okay. So what we will do is, let's take this and this. Okay. This is x comma y, theta 1, theta 2, right? Now listen to me. For this particular wire, the other end is at infinity. So for this wire, we will say magnetic field here will be B1 mu naught I by 4 pi d into sine of theta 1 plus sine of 90, because the other end is at infinite distance, so it will be like this, something like this, almost 90 degrees. Got it? Yes or no? And what will be d here? The distance, perpendicular distance is what? This is y. And what is sine theta 1? So you will say mu naught I by 4 pi y into sine theta 1 is x upon this distance. So x upon under root of x square plus y square plus sine 90 is 1. So this is the answer, right? And where will be the direction? Direction will be inwards, minus k cap, no problem, right? Now let's come to the second element. Now look here carefully. Here also you will say this is theta 2 and the other angle will be at 90 degrees, right? And the distance from the point is x. So B2 will be mu naught I by 4 pi x, right? 4 pi x into sine theta 2 plus sine 90 degrees. Okay. So B2 will be mu naught I by 4 pi x into y upon root over x square plus y square plus 1. Okay. Now both are in same directions, right? This is also here plus k cap, so here it will be minus k cap. Got it? Minus k cap inverse. So both are gonna be added. Directly we can add them, B1 plus B2. So if you do this, you will get this result, mu naught I by 4 pi into xy under root over x square plus y square plus x plus y. Okay. So this is the answer that you will get after solving. See, I don't have enough space and time, so I am directly giving you the answer. So which option matches? I guess mu naught I by 4 pi x by xy, first option matches. Clear? AC circuit is connected. Quality factor, oh my god, what is the formula for quality factor? 1 by R root over L by C. So kindly remember this, 1 by 100 into L is 80 into 10 to the power minus 3 upon 2 into 10 to the power minus 6. So it is 1 by 100 into 40 into 10 to the power 3, right? So it will be how much? So it will be 10 upon 100 into 40. Okay, cancelled, 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 answer will be 2. Okay, got it? So quality factor is 2 here. A pure semiconductor has negative temperature coefficient of resistance. Yes, true. On raising the temperature, because on raising the temperature what happens? Generally in conductors, if you raise the temperature, electrons collide more and more, the collision frequency increases, and hence we say that the overall conduction falls down or the resistance increases. But in case of semiconductors, as you go on increasing the temperature, more and more charge carriers come in the conduction zone or the conduction band, thereby increasing the conduction, thereby reducing the resistance. Correct explanation. Got it? Now this is an answer to be remembered. Concentric circles. Okay, here we obtain concentric circles like this on the screen. An alpha particle and a proton are accelerated through the same potential difference, the ratio of the linear momentum. What is linear momentum? It is root over 2 mk. What is this? Root over 2 mq into potential difference. Now if they are accelerated through same potential difference, so you will say P alpha upon P proton will be m alpha q alpha upon mass of the proton into charge of the proton under root. The mass of alpha particle is 4 times the mass of protons into 2 times the charge of proton upon mass of proton into charge of proton under root will be 2 root 2:1. Got it? See, 2 is a constant, potential difference is a constant, that will be cancelled out in the ratio when we take it. So it will be solved like this. So answer will be second option correct. Got it? Zener diode, my favorite. How to solve it? See, already the potential difference here is 50 volts, right? See, this potential difference is 50 volts. So this potential difference will also be 50 volts. And if this is 100 volts, so this potential difference will also be 50 volts. Are you understanding? So we know the potential difference across every resistance and everything. So can't we find out the current? What do you say? This is 50 volts. So we can find out the current. So let's find out the current here. Let's say this is I1. Okay. So what is I1? I1 will be 50 upon 100. Sorry, not 100, 1000. So it will be how much? I guess it will be 50 milliampere. Right. Now what about I2? I2 is here. It will be 50 upon 2000. It is 25 milliampere. Now whatever is the difference goes in the Zener diode, right? So you will say I1 is equals to I2 plus current going in the Zener diode. So 50 minus 25 milliampere is equals to IZ, which is 25 milliampere only. Okay, clear? See, this is 50 volts given, so obviously they are in parallel. Here also the potential drop will be 50. If this is 50, this is 50, right? So it is 100 volts. So if here it is 50, so it will be 100 minus 50, here also 50 volts. So the potential drop is found in every branch. So once you know the potential drop, you can clearly find out the current, then use this logic and get your answer. Okay guys, a particular station TV has a tower of 100 meters that to triple its coverage. See, if this is the tower, how do we get the coverage? Coverage is actually this distance, right? So this is D is equals to root 2GH, height of the tower. So D coverage is directly proportional to root H. So if we want to triple it, obviously we have to make the height 9 times, right? If you want to triple it, height will be 9 times. So answer will be 900 meters. I hope it is clear. If you want to triple the range, the height of the tower will also be 9 times. So it will be 900 meters. Okay, now this is a wonderful question. Quickly break this 2 Newton into components. Break this 1 Newton also into components. Okay, so now let's quickly begin. If you break 2 Newton into components, so it will be root 2 Newton and root 2 Newton here. How? It is 2 cos 45, 2 sin 45. 2 cos 45 will be what? Root 2. Okay, and if you break this 1 Newton, so it will be what? 1 by root 2 Newton here and 1 by root 2 Newton here. Now already this is F2 acting here and this is F1 acting here. So if you solve for equilibrium, you will say F2 is root 2 plus 1 by root 2, that is 3 by root 2 Newton, and F1 is, if you see clearly, F1 is what? Root 2 minus 1 by root 2, right? That is 1 by root 2. Now what they need in the question, they want us to find out the ratio F1 is to F2. Clear? So we will say F1 upon F2 will be 1 by root 2 upon 1:3. Okay, so X will be 3. Got it everyone? Now here also I will give you a hint. Simple question. See, This force will have two components. Okay, so this angle is 60 degrees. So this will be F sine 60 degrees and this will be F cos 60 degrees, right? Now let's draw the other forces which are acting. Friction will be acting here, normal will be acting here, and mg will be acting here. Okay, now you want to keep this block at rest. Okay, so we have to ensure that limiting value of the friction, which is equals to mu n, this must be greater than or equal to F cos 60 degrees, right? So we will say that F cos 60 is what? Half. So F by 2 must be less than equal to mu into n. So F must be less than equal to 2 mu into n. So let's begin with what is normal. 2 mu into normal will be what? See, F sin 60 plus mg will be equal to normal. F sin 60 is root 3 F by 2 plus mg. This will be equal to normal, right? Now what you do, a mass is given, root 3 kg, put everything and get your answer, okay? So it will be F will be less than equal to 2 into mu is how much? 1 by 3 root 3 into root 3 F by 2 plus root 3 into g. Mass is root 3. So I guess root 3 gets cancelled. So it will be F by 3. So it will be F will be less than equal to, see, root 3 gone. So it will be F by 3 plus 2g by 3. है ना? It will be what? F by 3 plus 2g by 3. So it will become 2f by 3 is less than equal to, okay. So answer is 10 Newton. Yes. So F is less than equal to g आ गया, which means F is less than equal to 10 Newton. This is the answer. Clear everyone? Hanji, any doubt in this? This question paper was really difficult for you, right? So a particle of mass m is coming with a speed of u, collides with another particle of mass 10m kept here, and after collision the scenario is something like this. M goes here with a speed v1, 10m goes here with the speed v2. This angle is theta 1, this angle is theta 2. Now first of all what they have given is the final kinetic energy of m, that is half mv1 square, is half times its initial kinetic energy. So obviously half m gets cancelled, v1 will be u by root 2. Okay, step number 1. Now step number 2, again we will say now that half into 10m into v2 square is also half of half mu square, right? So half m gets cancelled, so v2 will be u by root 20, right? This is equation number 2. So I guess v1 and v2 are known to us now, right? Because they have clearly mentioned that half of the kinetic energy goes in, that means half of its initial kinetic energy is taken by the mass m itself and remaining half is given to 10m, right? Why we are considering that? Because the collision is elastic. Now since the collision is elastic, there will not be any loss in kinetic energy. That is why we can assume that the kinetic energy is spread equally in both of them. Since not equally, like if half of the kinetic energy is taken by m, so definitely remaining half would have been taken by 10m only. So this will help us to find out this. Now vertical direction, we can say momentum is conserved. So can we say m v1 sine theta 1 must be equal to 10 mv2 sine theta 2. Now let's put the values. M and M are gone. V1 is what? U by root 2 sine theta 1 is equals to 10 into U by root 20 sine theta 2. Did you understand this thing? So U and U gets cancelled, so answer will be sine theta 1 is equals to root 10 times sine theta 2. Okay, so obviously x or n is 10. Okay, so value of n comes out to be 10. Clear everyone? I guess it is understood now, right? Now a Carnot engine, a Carnot engine whose sink is, that means they have given TL is 27 degrees centigrade or it is 300 Kelvin, right, has an efficiency of 25%. So 1 by 4 is equals to 1 minus TL by TH, right. So it is 1 minus 300 by TH. So I guess it is TH comes out to be 400 Kelvin, right, initially. So this is step number 1, right, this is step number 1. Now let's go for step number 2. What they are saying is that by how many degrees should the temperature of the source be changed to increase the efficiency by 100% of the original efficiency. Now we have to increase it by 100%. So what is the 100% of 25%? 25% only, right. 100% of 5 chocolates is 5 chocolates, another 5 chocolates, right. So it becomes increases by 100% of its original value. That means the new efficiency in percentage wise is 25% plus 25%, so it is 50%. So 1 by 2 will be 1 minus 300 by TH. So this time it becomes 600 Kelvin. Okay. So an increment of 200 Kelvin has taken place. Okay. So answer will be delta. So T dash H minus TH is 200 Kelvin. Since this is a difference in temperature, so doesn't matter whether it is 200 Kelvin or 200 degrees centigrade, both will be same. Difference wise, difference of 1 Kelvin is equals to difference of 1 degree Celsius only, right. Now this is very simple here. This resistance is useless. First of all, this is absolutely useless because the current will pass from here, right. So see, now 2 and 3 becomes, 2 and 3 are in parallel, sorry 2 and 2 are in parallel. So 2 and 2 in parallel will become 1, then 1 and 2 in series will become 3, again 3 and 3 in parallel will become 1.5, 1.5 and 1.5 in 1.5 and 3 in parallel will become 1. I will solve it, don't worry. Okay, see the thing is this particular branch is useless, right. So it becomes like this. Okay. Now see, this is 2, this is 2 and this is 2, this is 3, this is 3. Cool. Now this 2 and 2 in parallel, they are in parallel, so they will become 1. So it will be like this. Three, 3, 2 and 1. Now this 2 and 1 in series will become 3. This is first step, this is second step. Let's go for the third step. So this 2 and 1 will become 3. Now don't you think so all these 3 are in parallel? 3, 3 and 3. So what is the resultant? 1 ohm. 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3 is 1. Got it? Understood, I hope? I guess it is clear, absolutely clear to all of you. Okay. Now a uniform magnetic field. So I'll give you the formula because it is quite calculative. What is the formula for oscillation? So time period is 2 pi root over I by m into B. Okay, I is moment of inertia, m is magnetic moment, B is magnetic field. In a uniform magnetic field, the magnetic needle has a magnetic moment. So M is given, moment of inertia I is given, 10 complete oscillations in 5 seconds. So time period of oscillation is also given. They want us to find out B. Okay, so it will become T square by 4 pi square is equals to I by MB. So B is 4 pi square I by M into T square. Just carefully, time period is 5 seconds, 10 oscillations. So 0.5 seconds for one oscillation. Okay, remember this thing. 10 oscillations in 5 seconds, 10 oscillations in 5 seconds. So one oscillation is 5 by 10 seconds, right? 0.5 seconds. Now use this formula 4 pi square I by MT square. Everything is given in this question. Every data is given. Put the values, get your answer, right? Now a metallic rod of length 20 centimeters. So like this is going with a certain velocity towards east. Okay, this is east, this is north, this is south. So it is kept in north-south direction like this, going towards east, let's say with a velocity v and length L, right? Where is the magnetic field? Now we want a magnetic field which is perpendicular to this plane, right? So what happens technically, if you try to understand, they are saying that the horizontal component is BH, vertical component is VV, and this angle is 45 degrees. Now if dip is 45 degrees, then don't you think BH and BV will be equal, right? So dip is 45 degrees, BH and BV will be same. So what is the EMF induced? You will say EMF induced will be BH into speed into length. That's all. Speed is given, length is centimeter, please convert it into meter. Magnetic field is also given. So it will remain this only. Do not take any components. Clear? Because we want magnetic field to be into the plane. Like this, BV we want, okay? See, the wire is like this, it is going like this. So we want magnetic field to be in this direction, this component we want. So magnetic field is like this, right, 45 degrees. So it will have horizontal component and vertical. This component will not give any EMF. This vertical component will give EMF. That is why we need VV. Okay. Okay, so in this they have already given us that magnification for a compound microscope, for a microscope, simple microscope, for near point adjustment is 1 plus d by f naught. Now this is how much given, 6 is equals to 1 plus d is 25 upon f naught. So it is f naught will come out to be 5 centimeter. This is the first step here. Okay. So this question they have given us an object viewed from a near point distance 25 centimeter. Okay. Using a microscopic lens, magnification comes out to be 6, gives an unresolved image. Okay, unresolved image means the clarity of the image is compromised because we are too close to the image. A resolved image is observed at infinite distance. Obviously, if the object is at infinite distance, then we will get a resolved image. With a total magnification double the earlier. With a total magnification double the earlier. That means now the magnification is 12. Okay, but using an eyepiece lens. Now using an eyepiece lens, this is important, right? So second case is what? What is the magnification? L into D by f naught into Fe for infinite adjustment, right? So this is 12, length is given I guess 80, length is 0.6, so 60 centimeter, D is how much? 25, f naught is 5, so we need Fe, okay. Now 12 ones are 12, 5s are 5 ones are 5 ones are, so Fe comes out to be 25 centimeter. So for a compound microscope for infinite adjustment, this is the formula, right? LD by f naught Fe. Just put the values and get your answer. Okay. Usually students do not remember this in terms of length. So that is why this formula is used in this question. Clear? Now in the line spectra of hydrogen, see what is the formula for Paschen series. They want us to find out the difference between the largest and the shortest wavelength. largest and the shortest wavelength. So what for lambda minimum we want maximum energy transition. So it is 1 by 912 angstroms into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square, right? So initially is what? Paschen, Lyman-Balmer-Paschen. Lyman-Balmer-Paschen, so it is 3 square minus 1 by infinite square, right? And 1 by lambda max. So minimum energy transition. So for minimum energy transition, we will say it is 1 by 3 square minus 1 by 4 square. That means the transition takes place from third to fourth orbit, okay? That is the minimum energy transition, that's why it corresponds to the maximum wavelength. Now you just take the difference. What is lambda minimum? Tell me. From here, lambda minimum comes out to be 912 into 9 angstroms, and lambda maximum comes out to be 912 into 9 into 16 by 7 angstrom. Yes or no? 9 into 16 by 16 minus 9 is 7 angstrom. So find out the difference. Delta lambda will be 912 into 9 into 16 by 7 minus 1 is, so 981. So it will be 912 into 81 by 7 angstroms. Okay, 912 into 81 by 7. Now you have to find it. 10x. So it is 912 into 81, 7 sends a 70. Okay. 10 point something, right? 7 11 is 77, 11 point something. So it is 105, something like 10,556 angstroms. Okay. So answer for here it will be approximately 1055, I guess. Okay, so solve this, you will get your answer, no problem. I guess you know this formula. Rydberg constant is 1 by 912 angstrom. So this information is absolutely useless in this question. If you want, you can use it, but if you remember this value, then you know don't need to use this data. You can directly solve it on your own. Two radioactive materials. Okay, so we will say Na is equals to N0 e to the power minus 25 lambda T, and Nb is equals to N0 e to the power minus 16 lambda T. So Na by Nb will be, so it is e to the power minus 9 lambda T, right? Now they are saying that number of nuclei of B to that of A will be 1 E. So it is 1 by E is equals to 1 by e to the power 9 lambda T, right? So if you equate, 9 lambda T is 1, so T is 1 by 9 lambda. So on comparison, A comes out to be 9. Okay guys, so I guess this is the last question, and I have discussed successfully, though it was very difficult to discuss all the questions in the duration of 1 hour, because all of these questions are very good, very conceptual. So if you have practiced very well thoroughly all the chapters, then only you would have solved all the questions, otherwise it would have been difficult, I understand. But please make your practice so much that you are able to solve these kind of questions also, because you never know. This time the mains paper is coming easy, but you never know when the physics of mains paper might come difficult. Okay, so guys, subscribe to our channel, and if you are watching it on YouTube, subscribe to our channel. If you are watching it on platform, do visit our platform. There's a lot available for you, a lot of information available for you. Okay, so see you in the next discussion. Thank you. Tada, goodbye.
Welcome to the video solution of Grand Test number 16, Chemistry section. I am Nitin Verma, a Chemistry faculty at Infinital and Sri Chaitanya. So let's begin with the solution. The first question was, glucose and galactose differ in the configuration at, of course, very easy question, at C4, right? Because This is glucose. Right, this is glucose. Galactose looks exactly like this except 1, 2, 3, 4. Here in galactose we have OH and here we have H. So they differ in the configuration at C4. The incorrect statement is option 1. E, F and G are resonance structures. They are not resonance structures because the position of atoms is changing, and we know that in resonance the atoms do not shift, only the electrons are delocalized. Others are correct. E, F and E, G are tautomers, yes, because they are ketone and enol form. F and G are geometrical isomers, yes. Cis trans and F and G are diastereomers, yes guys. Remember, diastereomers are those stereoisomers which are which are not mirror images of each other. Basically, in this question the correct statements are 1, 3 and 4. Boron is approximately sp3 hybridized, yes. In diborane, BHP angle is 180, no, you can see it is bent. There are 2 terminal BH bonds for each boron atom, yes, there are 2 terminal BH bonds. There are only 12 bonding electrons, yes, because in total there are 6 bonds, right, and there are 12 electrons, right. So that is the correct answer. Which of the following is the strongest nucleophile? Methoxide ion, right, because Br minus is the conjugate base of very strong acid HBr. Now butoxide and ethoxide, they are strong bases, but they are not good nucleophile, because nucleophilicity, guys, it is inversely proportional to steric hindrance, right. So all are alkoxide ion because methoxide is the smallest, so it is the strongest nucleophile. In this question, you know that it contains 31.7% more neutrons as compared to protons. So let's call protons as P, right. Neutrons will be 1.317, right. So this is the number of protons, this is some number of neutrons because they are 31.7% more. So that will be 0.317. Now you guys know number of protons and neutrons is nothing but the mass number, which is 81. So solve for this, you will calculate, the answer is 35 Br81, right. That is the correct answer. In this, the correct answer is this: greenhouse gases allow shorter wavelength to enter atmosphere while do not allow the longer wavelength. Yes, infrared has longer wavelength as compared to visible radiation, so that is the correct answer. In the following process, the correct statements are, all of these are correct statement. Aluminum powder acts as reducing agent, yes, it undergoes oxidation and reduces the metal oxide. The process of extraction of gold involves the formation of this and this complex, yes. Gold dissolves to form AuCN2- and it is subsequently displaced by zinc, which forms ZnCN42-. In the extractive metallurgy of zinc, partial fusion of zinc oxide with coke is called sintering, yes, and the reduction of the ore to the molten metal is called smelting, yes. Extractive metallurgy of silver from its ore argentite involves complex formation just like gold, and displacement by more electropositive metal, yes, just like this. So all the statements are correct. Here, which statement in relation to hydrogen atom is correct? Yes guys, for one electron system, energy of an electron is depends only on the value of principal quantum number. So 3s, 3p, 3d, they all have the same value of n, that is 3, so they all will have the same energy. In this redox reaction, of course, this is a very common question, right? So zinc is more reactive than copper, so it reduces copper, which copper sulfate is blue solution. It turns to, you know, brown deposition of, and then zinc sulfate is colorless, so that is colorless solution. In this, which of the following is polar molecule? That is pyroglyol, and the reason is this. This is the molecule. You can see that all their individual bond dipoles will add up, whereas in this benzene 1,4 they are para, the dipole moment will cancel. Trans 1,2 dichloroethene, again it will cancel, right? And PF2Cl3, guys, so remember, in trigonal bipyramidal geometry, more electronegative atom occupies the axial position, so here also the dipole moments cancel out, right? F2 is a stronger oxidizing agent than chlorine, true. Chlorine has higher electron gain enthalpy, true, but that is not the reason, right? So both are correct, but not the correct explanation, right? Which of the following products obtained when Na2CO3 is added to a solution of copper sulfate? Basic theoretical question, guys, basic copper carbonate, and then you get this sodium sulfate and CO2. That's the option of gas. First, it is fast because the available surface area is more, then it becomes slow as the availability decreases, and then when all the reactant sites on the surface of the adsorbent are saturated, it becomes independent of pressure. So graph looks like this, right? So fast and then slow and then independent of pressure. Gallium is below aluminum in the periodic table, but atomic radius of gallium is less than that of aluminum. It is because of the greater screening effect of 2s and 2p electrons of aluminum, right? Here, which can exhibit optical isomerism, this is the correct answer, right? Because this is non-superimposable on its mirror image, right? So this is CO, ClClEn, right? This is a cis isomer. You can draw the mirror image. They will not be superimposable and hence optically active. Mark the correct choice of electrolyte, guys. This is a strong electrolyte because the molar conductance of a strong electrolyte does not vary significantly with dilution, whereas for weak electrolyte, first it increases slightly and then near infinite dilution it increases steeply. So this is the correct answer. KCl is a strong electrolyte, ammonium hydroxide is a weak electrolyte. Here the correct answer is this. Yes, ionization enthalpy increases from left to right, electron gain enthalpy also increases, atomic radius increases in the reverse direction, and electronegativity also increases as we move from reactant to left to right in the periodic table. Below inversion temperature, cooling of the real gases occurs. Yes, below inversion temperature, gases are cooled when they expand, and above inversion temperature, they heat up, right? So below inversion temperature, kinetic energy decreases, potential energy increases for real gases. Yes, the correct explanation. Benzene is chemically less reactive than naphthalene. Yes, but benzene has high resonance energy. No, naphthalene has 10 pi electrons, so it has more resonance energy. The assertion is true and reason is false. Number of possible isomers possible for C3H5Br3. So you guys can draw the isomers, right? For example, 3Br here, right? Or there are 2Br here and 1 here, right? Or there is 2Br here and 1 here, or there is 1Br on each, right? And finally you can draw one where there are 2Br on the central carbon and 1Br on one of the boundary atoms. So the total number of isomers will be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? In experiment this, we know that the number of moles of metal divided by number of moles of oxygen, it will be 2 divided by x, right? Metal 2 and oxygen x. But we know number of moles is mass upon molar mass. So metal is 2.8 gram, molar mass is 56. If out of 4 gram substance, 2.8 gram is metal, so 1.2 gram will be oxygen, divided by 16 will be its molecular mass. So you can solve this equation for x. You will find out what is the value. I am giving you the right answer, that is 3, right? Find the number of correct statements in this. Yes, because of the p pi back bonding, this becomes planar, right? Nitrogen donates its electron pair into the vacant d orbital of silicon. PCl5 has 10 valence electrons on phosphorus, which is greater than 8, so it is a superoctane molecule. P pi d pi bonds are present in sulfur dioxide. Yes, because its hybridization is sp2, so there is only one p orbital available for pi bond, so the second bond is d pi p pi bond, right? Hybridization of central atom is same in both SF4 and ICl3. Just calculate the steric number. Sulfur has 6 electrons, 4 it shares with fluorine, there is 1 lone pair, so steric number is 5. Iodine has 7 valence electrons, 3 it shares with chlorine, 4 electrons are left, so 2 lone pairs. So yes, again steric number is 5. Yes, because the steric number is same 5, so we'll have the same hybridization. So this statement is also correct. I3 minus linear structure, very popular molecule, guys, right? So this is also correct. SeF4 and CH4 have same shape. No, that is not true. Its steric number is 5 because selenium belongs to oxygen family. It has 6 valence electrons, 4 electrons are shared with boundary fluorine atoms, leaving 2 unshared electrons. So this is 5 electrons with 4 bond pairs, seesaw structure, right? Seesaw structure. Is that clear? Right? Methane is tetrahedral. Everybody in the world knows that. So this statement is correct. Central number of atom has oh, this is incorrect, sorry, right? This is incorrect because selenium tetrafluoride is seesaw, whereas methane is tetrahedral. So both are different, they do not have the same shape. Central atom has same number of lone pairs in both SeF4 and XeF6. Yes, because selenium has 6 valence electrons, 4 are shared, there is 1 lone pair. Xenon has 8 valence electrons, 6 are shared, 2 electrons are left, so 1 lone pair. So that is also correct. So the number of statements that are correct is 6, right? Here the, you know that we are taking 80 ml of colloidal solution, right? It needs 20 ml of the electrolyte. So if I take 1000 ml, which is 1 liter, so 20 by 80 into 1000, which is 250 ml of electrolyte I'll require. Now flocculating value is number of millimoles of the electrolyte required for the precipitation of 1 liter of colloidal solution. So number of millimoles would be nothing but molarity, which is 0.01, multiplied by volume, which is 250, right? So the answer will come out to be approximately 2.5, that is 2, right? Yeah. Then find the number of sigma bonds in P4O10, that is 16, because right. So you can see that these 6 oxygens are forming 12 sigma bonds and these 4 oxygens are forming 1 sigma bond each. So total 16 sigma bonds. How many functional groups are possible in the present in this compound? That is 8. Carboxylic acid, this alcohol, this alkene, this aldehyde, this secondary amine, this is a primary amine, this is a ketone, and this is an ether, right? So total of 8 functional groups are present. The frequency of radiation emitted when electron falls from 4 to 1. So we know that energy is Rydberg constant, which is nothing but the ionization enthalpy of electron, which is given to be this. Electron falls from 4 to 1. So 1 upon 1 square minus 1 upon 4 square. So calculate this guy's energy and equate it to h nu. Right? That is divide this value by the Planck's constant. You will get the frequency. So it will come out to be approximately 3 into 10 raised to the power 15, right? So that will be the correct answer. How many of these following compounds are yellow in color? Cupric sulfide, then lead chromate we know, right? And then mercuric sulfide. So 3 compounds are yellow in color. Activation energy of a reaction depends upon 3 factors: the nature of reactants and the catalyst, right? It is independent of the temperature and the concentration of reactants. A buffer solution is made by mixing acid and its conjugate base. So it's acidic buffer solution. So pH is pKa plus log conjugate base by acid. Now because this is a ratio of concentration, you just can take number of moles. You don't have to calculate the concentration. So 20 ml of 0.5 molar sodium acetate we are taking. So this is 20 ml multiplied by 0.5 divided by the number of moles of acid, which is 1 molar multiplied by 10, right? So this is 10 and 10 1, so log 1 is 0, right? So if pK is 4.76, pH will also be 4.76, which will be rounded off to 5. So that will be the correct answer. The gamma form of iron has FCC structure. What is the ratio of density of gamma form divided by the density of beta form? Now we guys know that density is Zm divided by A cube Na, right? So molar mass will be same, Avogadro number will be same, so it will be proportional to rank divided by the edge length cube, right? For gamma form, it has FCC structure, so Z is 4 divided by edge length is 386 cube, right? For beta form, it is BCC structure, rank will be 2, that is the number of particles per unit cell, and edge length will be 290, so this is cube. So this is cancelled, you can calculate this. When rounded off to integer, it will give you 1, right? So that's all in this solution, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.
Yeah, dear students, welcome to Infinity Learn by Sri Chaitanya. Let us see today's paper, 26th John. Right. So the first question related to math. See, alpha, beta are the positive real roots of this particular equation. X square minus px plus q equal to 0. So you can say alpha plus beta is p and alpha beta is q. Right. Now the value of this alpha power 1 by 4 plus beta power 1 by 4 is given as some expression power k. He wants k value. So just consider alpha power 1 by 4 plus beta power 1 by 4 whole power 4, which is, my dear friends, you can write alpha power 1 by 4 plus beta power 1 by 4 whole square power square, which is again you can write a square plus b square plus 2ab, 2 alpha beta power 1 by 4 whole square, my dear friends. Now this part we can write, you see here, this is alpha power 1 by 2 plus beta power 1 by 2, we can write like this is square root of, you see, alpha plus beta whole square. You see, you can write alpha power 1 by 2, this is under root of its square, you can write, which is alpha plus beta plus 2 into alpha beta power 1 by 2. You just see, this is alpha power 1 by 2 plus beta power 1 by 2 plus 2 alpha power 1 by 2 beta power 1 by 2. In the sense, this is root alpha plus root beta whole square. You can write it is square root of its square alpha plus beta plus 2 alpha beta power 1 by 2 plus 2 into alpha beta power 1 by 4 whole square, my dear friends. If you just expand again, you will get this is going to be alpha plus beta is p 2 into q power 1 by 2, this is root q under root plus 2 into this is q to the power of 1 by 4 whole square it is. So now a square is, you will get here, plus b square is going to be 2 into root q plus 2 root ab. It perfectly fits with this, my dear friends. So I can say if you square this, you are going to get, that means its power 4 is this expression, in the sense this is nothing but power 1 by 4, k value is 1 by 4. Next, my dear friends, you see x, y1, y2, ym are m plus 1 distinct prime numbers, the number of factors of this expression. You see, x is having x power n, means x can be selected in n plus 1 ways because they are n identical things, whereas y1 can be selected in 2 ways, it may be taken, may not be taken. For y2 2 ways and so on, ym 2 ways. So n plus 1 into 2 power m, my dear friends. That's all. So the answer is n plus 1 into 2 power m. The third question, the domain of this function means, so square root, it is square root step x square minus step x minus 6 must be strictly greater than 0. You can write step x minus 3 into step x plus 2 is greater than 0, first of all. So I can say, friends, step x must be less than minus 2 or step x must be greater than 3. Step x greater than 3 means greater than or equal to 4. Step x less than minus 2 means less than or equal to minus 3. You can take, my dear friends, if you take these values minus infinity to minus 2, the step will be minus infinity to minus 3, and greater than or equal to 4 means starts from 4 to infinity. At 4 you can close, my dear friends, at 4 you can close, because this means step x is an integer, it is greater than or equal to 4. So closed 4 to infinity, this is less than minus 2 means step x is less than or equal to minus 3. That means open minus 2 you can take, you can go with this option. Next, friends, if alpha beta be real and z be the complex number satisfying this equation. My dear friends, alpha beta are real in the sense, suppose z is a root of this, you just apply bar z bar square plus alpha z bar plus beta equal to 0, because alpha beta 0 are real numbers, then bar is itself. So that means z bar is also a real root. Whenever z is a root, z bar is also a root of this particular equation. It has two distinct roots on the line, real root of z is 1. That means if the first root is 1 plus pi, second root must be 1 minus pi, my dear friends. Now he is asking about beta, means which is product of the roots. Beta is equal to 1 plus p square, which must be greater than 1, my dear friends. So it must be greater than 1. So we can say more than 1 to infinity is the answer. Next, if it's very easy in matrices, a minus b into a plus b means a right side I am simplifying, a square plus ab minus ba minus b square. If this is equal to a square minus b square, ab must be equal to ba, my dear friends. That is the conclusion, right? Next you can say this is the matrix determinant. He said a1 b1 c1, a2 b2 c2, a3 b3 c3 are 3 triple digit numbers. In the sense, you can convert column 3 as 100 into column 1 plus 10 into column 2 plus column 3, so that you will get this a1, a2, a3, b1, b2, b3. Here you will get a1, b1, c1 triple digit number, a2, b2, c2 triple digit number, a3, b3, c3 triple digit number. Now these triple digit numbers, my dear friends, we know that all are divisible by k. So and hence you can write KL, KM, KN, K can be taken out I can say that divisible by k, no guarantee that it is divisible by k square 2k. So, no extra information, but I am sure that it is divisible by k. Next, my dear friends, how many different 9 digit numbers can be formed from the numbers? You see, yeah, 2, 2, 3, 3, 5, 5, 8, 8, 8, such that by arranging its digits so that odd digits occupy even positions. Even positions means there are 9 positions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Even positions 2, 4, 6, 8 must be taken by odd numbers means 3, 3, 5, 5. These 4 numbers you can arrange here in 4 factorial by 2 factorial into 2 factorial cases, and the remaining here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, remaining 5 digits must be filled here in 5 factorial by 3 factorial into 2 factorial, because 3 8s 2 t's are there. This is 6 friends, this is 10, so answer is 60. Next, you see the greatest value of this independent of x, in the sense very clear, my dear friends, you can say this is x sin x plus x inverse cos x, my dear friends, whole to the power of 10. Undoubtedly the middle term will be, the independent term, because x 1 by x is there. So, 10c5 into sin x to the power of 5 into cos x to the power of 5 is going to be the independent term. So, you can write 10c5, you can just divide with 2 power 5, 2 sin x cos x will become sin 2x whole to the power of 5. He is asking the greatest value. When this is 1, the value is 1 by 2 power 5 into 10c5, my dear friends. 10c5 means 10 factorial by 5 factorial into 5 factorial. Next, this one, if you take lambda is 1 by 1 power 4 plus 1 by 2 power 4 plus 1 by 3 power 4 plus 1 by 4 power 4 plus and so on. This is only the same, but only odd suffixes, 1 by 1 power 4, 1 by 3 power 4 kind of. You just separate odd 1 by 1 power 4, 1 by 3 power 4, 1 by 5 power 4 and so on, plus from the rest of the things this you take 1 by 2 power 4 common, again you will get 1 by 1 power 4 plus 1 by 2 power 4 plus 1 by 3 power 4 and so on. So, friends, lambda minus, this is also lambda again, 1 by 16 into lambda, my dear friends. Lambda minus 1 by 16 into lambda is the required expression. 15 by 16 into lambda is the required expression. 15 by 16 into lambda, that is it. Next, my dear friends, x, y, z are 3 real numbers. Undoubtedly they lies in the interval. Since these are 3 real numbers, these 3 are positive numbers, because 3 real numbers of same sign, he said these 3 are positive numbers, apply am greater than or equal to gm. So, suppose those numbers are a plus b plus c by 3 greater than or equal to abc power 1 by 3. Here it is 1, so it is greater than or equal to 3, so closer to 3 to infinity. Next, my dear friend, this relation x minus y is an integer is equivalence, because x minus x is an integer. If x minus y is integer, y minus x is integer. So, symmetric. Transitive means x minus y integer and y minus z integer means x minus z is also integer. So, first one is undoubtedly equivalence relation. Second one, x is equal to alpha y for some rational number alpha. Friends, reflexive, okay, symmetric fails, because you can say 0 1, this is fine, because 0 is equal to some 5 into, you can write 0 in the sense 0 is equal to some 0 into 1 you can write, whereas 1 0 you won't get, because 1 is equal to which rational number into 0? Impossible. So, symmetry fails, so it is not an equivalence relation, my dear friends. So, it is only S1 is true, second one is false, okay. S1 is true, second statement is false. Next, you see P denotes probability of a man aged x years will die in a year. The probability that out of n men each aged x, A1 will die in the year and will be the first to die. That means, my dear friends, I can say, so a person, so P is the probability for a man to die, in the sense, so suppose here success means P, so not dying probability is 1 by P. You have taken, suppose my dear friend, there are n people, what is the probability that? So, I mean to say A1, so not dying, A1 dash and B1 dash and sorry a2 dash and a3 dash and so on an dash. You just find, my dear friends. No one dies. So is nothing but you can say 1 minus p into, because they are independent events, 1 minus p is to be multiplied 1 power n, no one dies. Now 1 minus p whole power n gives at least one of them dies. This is the one. So this is the probability that at least one of them dies. If you apply Bayes theorem kind of application, in this case I want a1, so a1 dies, the probability is out of n, a1 dies is 1 by n members and a1. So 1 by n is the 1. Yeah, is 1 by n. So 1 by n into 1 minus p whole power n. Next friends, this is simple, p of a intersection b is 1 by 2. So this gives, my dear friends, p of a union b whole bar is 1 by 3. So p of a union b is 2 by 3. So p of a plus p of b minus p of a intersection b is 2 by 3. So 3p is equal to, my dear friends, 7 by 6. So p is equal to 7 by 18. So he wants the value of p, which is 7 by 18. That's it. Next, my dear friends, here limit extends to 0, z you treat like a number, you just observe the degree, x cube into z square gets cancelled, 2zx, this is plus x square, no, minus x square, by, here you can take, my dear friends, cube to root of 8x can be taken out. So 2 into x power 1 by 3 you take out, into you will get root of z minus, yeah, I can say 4x square, right. I have taken out 8x, my dear friends, otherwise you can take x common to avoid confusion. You can take this. Here also you take the quotient, x you take common, which becomes x power 1 by 3 whole power 1 by 4 is there. You see, if you take x, root x common, so root x means x power 1 by 3 power 4, x power 4 by 3. Here also already x power 3 is there, you can also take one more x common. Let me write this step directly, otherwise x cube into, if you take root x common, root of 2z minus x, my dear friends, by, you can write x power 4 by 3 into, you just write the left out term, my dear friends. If you take, this is 8z minus 4x, of course cube to root, plus here you can write cube to root 8z, my dear friends, power 4. This is the one. Now you simply put limit extends to 0, here degree same, x power 3 plus 1 by 3 means this is going to be, yeah, 3 plus this is x power 1 by 2. So this is going to be 3.5, you can say. This is already, this is x into, my dear friends, not cube to root of, for your kind information. So this becomes cube to root of x, x power 4 by 3 it is. Now they get cancelled. Now you put limit extends to 0, you will get root 2z by cube to root of 8z plus cube to root of 8z whole power 4. Now you can simplify, you are going to get the answer. That's it. Next, my dear friends, this is simple. Clearly sin x is a number between 0 to 1. So this is log 2 base 10, my dear friends. Log 2 base 10, we can say minus sin x. So g of f of x, my dear friends, he is asking us a derivative at 0, g dash of 0 and all. In the surroundings of 0, sin x will be almost 0, but log 2 is not almost 0, this is positive. First function will be log 2 base 10 minus sin x. So this is also positive quantity, my dear friends. This function f of x means you can write modulus of log 2 base 10 minus sin of, you can write log 2 base 10 minus sin x. This is. So this is also, my dear friends, you can take here, this is also tending to 0, log 2 base 10 sin x is definitely, we can say, yeah, you can observe, my dear friend, this is sin x, this is x, log 2 x minus sin x kind of, when it is almost nearby, x is less than sin x, you see sin x is less than x, this is small. This is also, my dear friends, log 2 base 10 minus of sin of log 2 base 10 minus sin x it is. Yes. Now modulus is removed, this is g of x, find g dash of 0 my dear friends. You can take like, so g dash of 0 means first take derivative and put x is equal to 0, you will get my dear friends. Then you are going to get, so the answer g dash of 0 is going to be cos of log 2 base 10 kind of you are going to get, that is it. Next my dear friends, this is simple here, f dash x you take it as a, f double dash x as b, f triple dash x is c. You can take f of x like x cube plus a x square plus bx plus c. Now I can say my dear friends, so take derivative, f dash x is 3x square plus 2ax plus b. So f dash of 1 is a, put x is equal to 1 friends, 3 plus 2a plus b is equal to a. So my dear friends, I can say a plus b is equal to minus 3, first equation. Second, take its derivative 6x plus 2a at b my dear friends. You put x f double dash, you put 2, which is, this is going to be 12 plus 2a. So f double dash of 2 we called it as b my dear friends. You got another equation 2a minus b is equal to minus 12. Add these two, 3a is equal to minus 15, a is equal to minus 5. If a is minus 5, b is equal to 2. Once you know a and b, triple dash is 6, this is going to be c is 6. Now you know the function completely, x cube minus 5x square plus 2x plus 6 my dear friends. Now you just check the options, you will identify that this will be correct. Okay. Next, the range of values of a so that the equation has 3 real and distinct roots. You see my dear friends, its derivative is 3x square minus 3 equal to 0, x is plus or minus 1. A cubic equation must have 3 distinct real roots in the sense, here minus 1, here 1, f of minus 1 into f of 1, if it is negative my dear friends, you are going to get 3 distinct real roots. You just find f of minus 1, here f of minus 1 means minus 1 plus 3 plus a into f of 1 is 1 minus 3 plus a must be negative, that is what you have to get. This is a plus 2 into, my dear friends, a minus 2 must be negative, a belongs to minus 2 to 2, that is all, this is the answer. Next friends, you see simple, you, this is the one it is given, you just consider f of x as a naught x power n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus a1 x power n by n plus a2 x power n minus 1 by n minus 1 and so on. You can say friends, this is going to be a n x. Clearly it is a polynomial, so continuous, so differentiable on any interval, of course on closed 0 to 1, continuous open 0 to 1. Moreover, f of 0 is clearly 0, f of 1 is nothing but by this expression, this is also 0. By Rolle's theorem, there exists at least one c belongs to 0 to 1 such that the derivative is 0. So its derivative is nothing but that has at least one root in the interval 0 to 1, at least one root. Okay. Next my dear friends, here you just divide with x square 1 minus 1 by x square by, you can say x square plus 1 by x square plus 3 into tan inverse of x plus 1 by x my dear friends. You just take this as t, 1 by 1 plus x square you are going to get, you see my dear friends, this is going to be 3x square, or else you can just take, you can also take x plus 1 by x as t. So 1 minus 1 by x square dx will become dt and its square you can write as x square plus 1 by x square plus 2 is going to be t square. This is going to be t square minus 2 plus 1, this becomes dt, t square minus 2 plus 1 will be t square plus 1 into tan inverse of, this is going to be tan inverse t. Now again you take tan inverse t as alpha, this will become d alpha. So integral 1 by alpha d alpha, you will get log alpha my dear friends, tan inverse of this my dear friends. Okay. So you are going to get this, or else you can directly take tan inverse of x plus 1 by x as t, you will get the answer. Next, the total number of different functions from set A having 4 elements to set B having 2 elements is n of b power n of a, 16 is correct. The same logic here, n power m should be, but he has given m power n, so second statement is false. First statement is correct. Next, you see in this integral, my dear friends, sin x by sin 4x, you can write 2 sin x cos x, which is sin 2x into cos 2x into 2, my dear friends. You can cancel sin x. So in this stage, my dear friends, you can take sin x as t. You can write, you see, complete the question is in terms of sin x. So sin x dx, sin x is t. So cos x dx will become dt. So dt by cos x, my dear friends. So that this becomes 1 by 4 cos x into cos 2x. So you can say, my dear friends, 1 by 4, this becomes cos square x, that is 1 minus sin square x, sin square x, cos 2x 1 minus 2 sin square x, right. So this is simply like, now you can just split into partial fractions and integrate, you are going to get the answer. Next, this, my dear friends, you see, limit 0 by 0. So L'Hospital's rule, by applying Leibniz formula, f of secant square x into secant square x derivative, 2 secant x into secant x derivative is secant x tan x, by you are going to get 2x, limit extends to pi by 4, you substitute, you will get the answer. This f of 2 and f of 2 get cancelled, nothing to worry about it, you will get a number. Next, 2, 4 is a point of orthogonal trajectory, in the sense, my dear friend, this is a family of curve. So you can say, you just find its differential equation, 2y y dash minus a y dash equal to 0. Now wherever tangent slope y dash is there, you have to replace minus 1 by m, that is 2x plus 2y minus this by, say, you can write minus 1 by m minus a by m is equal to 0. So my dear friends, 2mx is equal to 2y plus a, 2y plus a by m, where m here you can just treat like 2 dy by dx into x is equal to 2y plus a. So my dear friends, you can write dy by 2y plus a is equal to dx by x, of course 2x. So now you can integrate, my dear friends, you are going to get log of 2y plus a by 2 is equal to log of 2x by 2. So you can say 2y plus a by 2x is equal to some number k. So 2y plus a is equal to 2kx, my dear friends. This also passes through the point 2, 4, and you want its radius. So radius of the circle you can find, my dear friends. So you just do the integration carefully, you will get the answer. What you need to do is, wherever dy by dx is there you have to put minus 1 by dy by dx. This gives differential equation of family of the curves which cut them orthogonally. So orthogonal trajectories, right. So you are going to get this. This is 2 into dy by dx, you will get, or you can solve like, I think we can, this is completely in terms of y, 2y plus a, or else you can also solve like, this is 2x, you can write dy by 2y plus a is equal to dx by 2x, you can write. So accordingly you will get the curve, my dear friends. Next, here this is simple, friends, integral 0 to infinity x plus 1 root of 1 plus x square is very huge. As he has asked step I am saying directly, this will be very, very huge when you take up to infinity area, right. 1 by such thing will be very, very small. So whose step will be almost 0, undoubtedly. Why to compute? This is going to be 0. Next, so here he has given vectors, b bar is given, c bar be two vectors perpendicular to each other in xy plane. So b is 4 comma c, b bar is given as 4 comma 3, why don't you take c bar as x comma y? So the dot product is 0, 4x plus 3y is equal to 0, my dear friends, condition 1. Now Ri, R1, R2, R3, Rn are vectors in same plane, that is in terms of I and j, having length of projection 1 and 2 along b and c. Suppose R1 is a vector lying in b bar, means suppose R is a vector lying in the same plane, means can't you take like lambda b bar plus mu c bar? That means you can write 4 lambda plus mu x, 3 lambda plus mu y, this is the vector. What is projection of r bar on a bar? r bar dot a bar by magnitude of a bar, it is given as 1. R bar dot a bar means r bar, I mean b bar, it is b bar, that means their dot product 16 lambda plus 4 lambda 4 mu x it is, yeah, this plus 3 into this 9 lambda plus this is 3 mu y. This is the dot product by magnitude of b bar is 5, my dear friends, is equal to 5. This is one condition here. Similarly, r bar dot, you see he has given projection of b bar, right. So, we can say, my dear friends, in the same way r bar dot c bar by magnitude of c bar is also given as, you can say, 2, my dear friends. So, here you can say in the same plane having length of projection. So, r bar dot c bar means this is this with c bar. So, you can say r bar is this, my dear friends, this in c bar means 4 lambda x plus mu x square plus, you can say, 3 lambda y plus mu y square is equal to, I can say, magnitude of c is in fact not given root of x square plus y square, my dear friends, which is given as this is 2 into magnitude of c. From here, if you just compare, you have to observe lambda and mu satisfying all the conditions. Is there any other possibility to see here, my dear friends? These two be vectors perpendicular to each other in xy plane. If these are n vectors in the same plane having length of projections 1 and 2 along b and c respectively. So, these are the length of projections. From these, and I can say r bar is some lambda and mu, or you can say, my dear friends, from these are the two equations. From this we need to identify actually magnitude of r bar square I want, that is lambda square plus, that means r bar square is nothing but this one, 4 lambda plus mu x whole square plus 3 lambda plus mu y whole square under root I want. If we could get from this, actually we can sum this. So, try to find the possibility how many lambda x mu will come. You will get 4 such possible vectors r, and we have to find their magnitudes and substitute r here. So, bit calculation will be there, but you will get the answer. Next, my dear friends, number of distinct normals which can be drawn from the point 2 comma 8 to the parabola y square is equal to 6x. Arey yaar, y square is equal to 4ax, you just take suppose a comma 0, h is equal to 2a, suppose 2a comma 0. If the point is left of this, you will get only one normal, my dear friends. So, this is 4 means here 4, you can say 6 into, I mean to say 4 into 6 by 4 you can write, this is 3 by 2, a means 3 by 2, but he has given 2 here. This point is a is 3 by 2, double is this is 3 comma 0. But the point 2 is left of this, undoubtedly only one normal will come. Otherwise, you just write the normal equation, substitute that point, you will get a cubic equation in T. You can observe that one and only one real root for that. Next, my dear friends, E is the eccentricity of the hyperbola, right. This you can arrange like x minus 2 whole square plus y plus 3 whole square, 5 square you can take 25 common. So, this is equal to, you can write 12x minus 5y plus 1 whole square. You just apply square root on both sides, my dear friends. You are going to get root of x minus 2 whole square plus y plus 3 whole square is equal to modulus of 12x minus 5y plus 1 by 5, my dear friends. Actually, it must be 13 here. If it is 13, SP is equal to some E into PM. So, this is going to be the eccentricity 13 by 5. So, 25 by 13 into 13 by 5 will give you 5, my dear friends. 5 is the answer. This point you can arrange like, you see 2x plus 1 whole square plus y minus 2 whole square equal to 0. In fact, it is a point minus 1 by 2 comma 2. Find the distance of this point to this line, you can easily find the perpendicular distance from point to line. Then P be the matrix of order 3 by 3 such that all the entries of P must be minus 1, 0, 1, then the maximum value of the determinant. If you want maximum value, at the principal diagonal you put the least value and you take the highest value in the other places. Just find minus 1 into 0, that is minus 1 into, you can say minus 1 minus 2 plus 1 into, you are going to get 1 plus 1 2, my dear friends. So finally 2 plus 2 you are going to get 4 as the maximum value. That is all. He is asking the maximum value of the determinant is 4. So this is the standard function. Whenever you see this function, you can say f of x is like some k power x, given f of 1 is 2. So you can say k is equal to 2, f of x is equal to, my dear friends, 2 power x. So this is 2 power a plus k, sigma k is equal to 1 to n is equal to 16 into 2 power n minus 1. This is 2 power a into 2 power k, 2 power a you can take out, my dear friends, and you can write sigma 2 power k, this stands for 2 plus 2 square plus 2 power n, 2 plus 2 square plus and so on 2 power n is equal to 16 into 2 power n minus 1. You can write, my dear friends, here GPA into r to the power of n minus 1 by r minus 1 is equal to 16 into 2 power n minus 1. You can cancel these two. So 2 power a is 8, a is going to be 3, my dear friends, right. So that's all about this paper, bit easy paper, we can do it.